Hey y'all. Hey y'all. I got a little bit of a story to tell you. Monday night, 6:15. I'm driving home from work. My phone rings. It's my wife. She says the outside thingy, which is this, is making noise, but the fan, it's turning, but it's not turning the way it should. Okay, what does that mean, She says it's humming. The air is flowing in the house. It's humming. But the fan, which is right in front of you, it's not turning. Oh, wait. No, okay. It's like turning slowly. I don't know. Okay, well, I come home. I told her to shut the thermostat. I come home, and I'm driving home, and I call my friend. My friend is JK18. Why do you call a friend? Well, 4 eyes and 2 brains are better than 2 and 1. And I didn't ask him to do anything. I just said, hey, listen, this is what's happening. Oh, my God. And he's like, oh, what are the odds? It's fucking August. It's the end of the season for another month, a month and a half, maybe 2 if there's a heat wave going into October, but mostly not. He's like, unbelievable. I just had mine. He's like, he's like, well, I'm, 8 minutes away, 2 miles. He's like, do you want me to just take a look with you? I said, if you feel like it. I worked 12 hours. I'm driving home. I'm so sick and tired of shit happening when you're like least expect it. I'm like, if you are willing to just shoot over, okay, yeah, no problem. So he comes over. He brings his blue tools. I make a couple of phone calls, and he gets into this thing. Right down here, there's a panel. Right here, it goes like this, sideways, and that's where all the guts are. And he presses stuff, and he's playing with stuff. I'm on the phone. He just got into it. And he pressed the contactor, it hummed, it didn't turn. So the next thing was to take these screws off, 1, 2, 3, 4, and we flipped this upside down. We spun it, we looked at it, I'm like, we noticed that the shaft is rusty, but that makes sense because this is a defaulted design. So all the rain, moisture, everything sits here, goes around the sealed cylinder motor. And where does it go? It curves around to the point of least resistance, and it drips on the nipple that holds the fan, and then eventually just drips. So you times that by however old this is, and it gets rusty. So that's that. It's about an hour later, 45 minutes later. We put it all back just the way you see it right now. And he's like, well, just turn it on. All right, so I go upstairs. I turn the thermostat on. I come down the hall. Halfway down the hall, I hear the relay go clicks. I hear the attic filter makes a noise in my house. Who cares? It's just a good indication. I open the door behind me, and I come right here on the deck, looking down. And I'm like, what happened? He's like, it turned on. It turned on. I said, what do you mean it turned on? He's like, it's running, it's on. I said, what did you do? He says, I jiggled the wires. I pressed the contactor. I didn't do much. He's like, if anything at all. I said, holy shit, I come inside. I look at the thermostat. It's like 76 because it's been off since 6:15 and now it's 7:15. And it was a little muggy that night, so it is actually sad how the house gets that hot pretty fast. But the house probably has poor insulation. I have a full attic, so God only knows. And it's Monday night, 7:30, 8 o'clock now, and it's running. All right, he's like, listen, we got a camera system, around my house. Yes, it's dirty. And that camera shows like this angle, like that. And right here is where the leaves kind of chooch. I'm also kind of just hanging out. Maybe it turns on camera. And once in a while, and so he's like, listen, you could turn it on and turn it off, whatever you want to do. It's your house. But you really don't want the fan to break at 3 in the morning, because then the compressor underneath it, there's a black compressor underneath it. He's like, that's gonna lock up and freeze, and you don't want that to happen. So I get my paperwork, and I find out that this is a 10-year warranty on the entire thing. Every single thing is 10 years. Well, it was installed May of 2015. Well, this is August of 2023, so I have just shy of 2 years left. So the rest of the night came and went. It did not seize up, or it just kept running. Wake up the next day, Tuesday, I go to work. My wife goes to work. Once in a while we look at the cameras. I come home. She comes home. The house is still at 72. I find that to be a roundabout number where it's not on all the time, but it's not on all the time. And that's that. It ran all Tuesday. While at work Tuesday, I made some phone calls. And I'm going to say who it is and where they are, and the sun just like came out and like totally bombed my video because now, hi, hello everybody. So I called Apple. You could Google them. Apple air conditioning and heating. Just Google them. They're in New York. It's a New York, Long Island brand. I don't think anyone else took the name. It's an odd name anyway, but so maybe they have a picture of an apple, so maybe they picked, New York, the Big Apple. Maybe whoever invented this company decided to take that. Whatever. I called them up at 7:55. Hi, my name is Joe. Oh, okay. The person who deals with the warranty is in a meeting. They'll be available later. Oh, okay. Yeah, thank you. My phone rings at 11:57. I'll make this story quick. And hi, this is Jessica. I just spoke to Michelle. She's the warranty liaison. She said that you had to register these things as soon as they were installed, because it's a manufacturer's warranty. I said, yes. Why would I call you? They have been registered. I have paperwork, and I have a documentation stating that you guys cover this. 10 years labor, 10-year air handler, 10-year, condenser. No, that's what she told me. Yeah. I said, so you're not coming here and determining what's wrong and then not charging me for what's wrong? Oh, yeah, we don't. No. I'm not even lying, YouTubers. That's how it went down. Yeah, I mean, she just told me that it's a manufacturer's warranty. I swear to God, her name is Jessica, and that's what she sounded like. Fucking women picking up the phone that have no idea about the industry. So I decided to tell her, with all due respect, go fuck yourself. I don't want to speak to a manager. I don't want to speak to a supervisor. You're not coming to my house. There's the old sticker. I used to say Apple and have their number on it and everything. Good. It faded. Fuck you. So then I called a couple of people. And then I called the All Pro. They came here in 2019 and replaced the same motor that failed, and the same warranty and the same everything. Took a little while. So this was 7 o'clock. I didn't get a phone call till 12, and I didn't get in touch with All Pro till like 1:32. All Pro, so far, I like them, but they're so busy that you get that busyness. Oh, yeah, we'll come. Oh, send me a text, send me a picture, But when they do pick up, they do not rush you off the phone, and they do want to know, okay, sir, what happened? I told them what happened. And I kind of told them the truth. I said, listen, it stopped running, but it's running now. He's like, yeah, whatever. I'll replace it. He's like, what happens if it stops running in a week? What happens if it stops running in a month? So he told me it stopped running. It's running now. Who cares? You could replace any part you want, as long as you have the money. If I felt like replacing this top grill because I didn't like the way it looked, how much is the top grill? Swap the motor out, Replace the top grill. Oh, okay, I'll charge you $100 for the grill and $85 to replace it. Who cares? It's useless. You don't need to replace it. It's not bent, broken, or rusted, but that's that. So anyway, that was Tuesday. Went back and forth, some pictures. They want that you need to send them the serial number to this. And then they look it up. They see it's under warranty. And then they turn around and they see that the motor, where it is and where it's available. So unfortunately, it was not available where I live. It's supposed to be coming from New Jersey today. Today is Wednesday. Just got a text message before this video, hence why I'm making the video. Got a text message at 2 o'clock stating that they're going to be coming between 4 and 5. I really would have liked them to come now, but if they can't take the fan off because it's rusted on, the supply house closes at 4:30, and then I'm like down a fan. But I guess what I'll do is I'll tell them, no, you put the motor in the fan back so I have air conditioning tonight, and then you go get a fan tomorrow morning, and then you could come back. And tomorrow morning before I go to work, then I'll shut the air conditioner off in the morning. You don't even have to shut it off. You could just pull the disconnect, but I guess you don't want the thermostat turning on and there's no power. I don't know how that works. I guess the fan would just turn on, but there'd be no cool. So we'll play that by ear. I'm telling you right now, I do not think this fan blade is coming off. Just by looking at it, if they have the right tools, you need like sandpaper. You need to like sand down the shaft. But I'm not doing any of that. I refuse to do preventative stuff anymore to help anybody, because every time I do it, it's wrong. It takes too long. I didn't do it right. And then they show up and they're like, "Oh, no. We got a vice grip. We got something that like, pulls the motor from the fan. Oh, you didn't have to do that, And then for what? Me doing half the work and then him still fucking charging me? So that's going to wrap up this video because there's absolutely nothing else to say. This is my August 2023 central air fail / fix. I'm sorry. I guess the thermostat in 12 minutes has not called for it to be on because I left the house and I didn't walk around. There's no one home, so the air around the thermostat is probably not circulating yet. Big shout out to JK18. Thanks for coming over. Thanks for stopping what you were doing. I would have done the same, in a sense. Not that I would have said no, but at 6:30, I probably would have been like, do you want me to come over? I don't want to say something that didn't happen, but... So he came over and he touched things, and now it's working. Who knows if I would have touched it, my wife, who knows? Maybe I would have never been comfortable enough to touch it, and I would have had no air conditioning Monday night, Tuesday, and now it's 2:30. So anyway, sometimes it just, the right guy or girl comes along and just touches it in the back, which he technically did. He touched it in the back. So listen, anyway, big shout out to him for touching it in the back, for just sticking his finger in there, not giving a whoop, there it is. We pulled the disconnect, which is right here, like a hot tub. That's that piece right there that stops the power. And then there's a whip. So God forbid there's any, 220 volts, you don't get zapped. But anyway, listen, thanks for coming over. Thanks for touching it in the back. He got it working. It has not failed. Knock on wood. It's not humming, so it's not calling for anything right now inside. And the way my wife described it was kind of like if I spun it right now, and it kind of like, So, like, I'm thinking a loose connection. Jay says that he wiggled. There's only a couple of wires. There's 2 going to the capacitor. There it is. Unfortunately, the cell phone, what is this, Jay? Frames per minute, frames per second. So it's not showing the full revolution in real time. it's showing it like that, guys. So that is incorrect what you're watching. It's actually going at full speed. This is just showing it like an airplane propeller, frames per second. I'm sure everything with a lens kind of does that. You'd have to change the settings, or at least on a video camera you could probably change the settings. So it's funny, it's running, you just see it. So anyway, it turns on, it's running, here it is, and this is what I'm talking about. That's what's on camera. So the camera looks like this. You know, and you, oh look, it's on, it's blowing. I'll never trim this. I'll always have at least this, because that indicates something is blowing. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. There will be a conclusion video, of course, talking about what happened, how it happened, and I'll tell you how much it happened. And that's it. But yes, I keep interjecting. Thank you very much for JK18 coming over, taking the panel off with his tools, touching it in the back, and then me flipping the switch and him saying, "It fucking works! It fucking works!" Oh, hi! So hit like, hit subscribe, stay tuned for the next version of why it was fixed, how it was fixed, and how much it cost to fix it. Thank you for watching again, and stay cool. Take it easy.